Welcome back to the Citizen Channel. Seems to be a long time since we did a match preview, but here we are. They're going to come thick and fast again now after a little bit of a rest. No rest here on the Citizen Challenge. You know, lots of stuff being put out there for you. So hope you enjoy it. And please, if you can, give us that thumbs up today if you enjoy what you see. Push that notification button. We are monetized, of course, now. So if you can watch any of the ads or follow any of the links, that'll great. Help the channel moving forward. That'll be absolutely brilliant. So today we've got a match preview, of course. Yes, it's City versus Fulham in the FA Cup round 3. It was the FA Cup round 4 quite recently. A great programme up there from 2020. We'll have a talk about that in a minute. Yeah, that's one of my favourite I always do a covers, don't I, guys, on the City Pro. Probably won't do one this year because they're quite boring, but I think that was up there. May have even won it. I'm not sure now. I forget now, guys. I'm getting old. So, yeah, great cover from that programme with the legend Bert Trautmann on it, of course. So we play Fulham FA Cup third round on the 5th of February 2022. And this is our little preview. We're going to have a look at Fulham, of course, how they've been doing, which is pretty well. Both top of our respective leagues. So that doesn't happen often, does it, in cup games? I wouldn't have thought. I'm sure there's some stats out there, but I don't have them to hand. I was trying to predict our start in 11. I did an In Good Company podcast for Manchester TV last night. And I must admit, the team I'm going to give you today is probably about 5 or 6 different to that, because obviously I was doing it based with other guys. So it didn't totally change my mind. Well, it did last night. Obviously, I had to go with the flow. I had to go with the majority. But as far as this is concerned, it's my show. I'll do my start 11. But if I get 5 or 6 right tomorrow, I'll be very, very surprised with this lot. And it's not being shown anyway. It's a full house tomorrow. It's great, a full house. Great. There'll be a lot of City fans going for the first time, which is absolutely fantastic. Tickets reasonably priced, anywhere from £10 to £15 starting price. So brilliant. I'm not sure how many Fulham fans are coming down. I imagine 2,000 to 3,000. I would hope anyway are coming down. But it should be a great atmosphere, and a lot. You know, if you go into your first game, yeah, fantastic. Let's hope it all goes well. Right, who's in charge? Well, we've got, for his first ever City game, we've got the Aussie, Jared Gilley. I always have a bit of laugh about him. He's been on VAR a few times and line holders, but obviously he's now going to ref us for the very, very first time. He's actually done 12 games this season, not us, of course. 35 yellow cards and 2 reds. So that's quite high. There's not many refs who've given more than 1 red this season so far. So he is up there. So let's see what happens. I know, again, we'll talk about that 2020 game against Fulham, where a Fulham player got sent off very early. So let's see how the Aussie gets on anyway. Let's say only 34 years old. So a little whippersnapper, as we say up here in the north, those old guys. Lee Betts and Richard West of the Linos. The VAR, stupid. I mean, you shouldn't have VAR if it can't be at all grounds, but obviously, because it's a Premier ground, we do have VAR tomorrow, which I don't understand the logic. The FA will probably say, well, that's because we have VAR at Premier grounds and it doesn't matter, and that's the rules, but it's really a bit stupid to me. Lee Mason is on VAR. I'm making the coffee for him is Mr. Darren Can, so we'll be doing that tomorrow. And Mr. Atkinson is the 4th official. So quite a bunch off the pitch. I say a new guy in charge, but obviously a few old heads on the linos and 4th official and VAR then. Yeah, previous meetings, of course. I'm not looking at league meetings. This is a cup, isn't it? Our first ever meeting with Fulham was actually in the FA Cup back in 1908. Like us, they've got no history, have they, Fulham? A 1-1 draw at Hyde Road, yeah, and we did lose the replay 3-1, so not the greatest start, but we have played them a couple of times since, and we beat them 2-0 and 4-0 respectively, the 4-0 being the aforementioned game up there on the wall on the 20th of January 2020. That was the last time we played in the FA Cup. It was round 4, 26th of January, so as I'm recording this, just over 2 years ago, and of course it was just before COVID, wasn't it? It's one of the last games we played. I think we played United after that, and that was it. That was the end of going to games at the Etihad till the Everton game, of course, restricted numbers 18 months or so later, whenever it was. Yeah, that match. Yeah, I say it was 4-0, but Fulham's Tim Ream was sent off after just 6 minutes. So you don't want to do that. I mean, you don't want to come to a place like the Etihad and get someone sent off early doors, especially a Championship team, no matter how good they are. But obviously it was a pullback on Jesus in the box, and we put the penalty away, and we went on for a nice, comfortable 4-0 win. Bernardo and a brace from Jesus, as well as a Gundogan penalty in that one. So overall, then in the FA Cup, it's okay. We played 4, not a massive amount considering how long the 2 teams have been around. Won 2, drawn 1, and lost 1. So we scored 8 and let in 4. So please check out my little History Boys feature. I've not done that old 1908 FA Cup game. I wasn't there, even though some of you might say I was. No, I've done a look back at a championship winning season game, 16th of March 68. Yeah, we were on the coattails of United at that stage, the 16th of March 68. So I've done a little check out, please, my History Boys feature on that if you get a chance to try and inform and entertain on there. And I really enjoyed doing it. It'd be great if you can give them a watch. Just check that out. It's actually been available for a couple of days if you can watch that for me. And on to the odds. I do the odds show. Don't forget that will be available after this vlog. I'll be doing that tomorrow as I'm recording this. So please, I don't condone gambling in any way. But the odds to win the match, City are 1 to 8 on generally. So if you put £8 on, you'll get £9 back. I suppose. Is it worth it? Possibly not. 8 to 1 the draw and 22 to 1 for a Fulham win. So yeah, Fulham fans are worth 50p, guys, isn't it? And to win the FA Cup itself, we'll look at that further as we progress. Fingers crossed. City are the 11 to 4 favourites, so it just is normal these days. Every cup competition, City are more or less the favourites. Even for a brief spell, we weren't favourites with the Champions League this year, but that didn't last long. That only lasted a couple of games, and then we went into favouritism on that. So par for the course. I wonder when that'll end. I'm not too sure. Let's hope never, eh? And of course, please check out that odds show when it's available. Have a bit of fun on there, bit of money, let you know how the charity bet's going, and something brand new as well, guys. With that side of it, and some great news. I hope it's something I hope you'll enjoy. I'll be adding to the odds show a special thing. I'll be adding to that, which hopefully for the upcoming let's just say upcoming flat racing season, there'll be a little special on something I've done on that. So keep your ears out for that. Right, how will the game pan out? The 5 points clear at the top over Blackburn in the Championship after a superb run of form. Saw them win 5 of their 6 games in January. The only game they actually didn't win was the last one they played, a disappointing 1-1 draw with Blackpool at the Cottage, but perhaps we're getting a bit tired by then. They scored an incredible 24 goals in that run. And obviously, the 7-0 at Reading was probably the standout for that. They scored 74 goals in the Championship this season. The leading scorer is, of course, Mitrovic. Strange player. Can be great, can be rubbish, guy. He's a bit like Lukaku for me. Obviously, nothing like him in stature, etc. But can be look fantastic 1 minute and look a bit of a clown the next. My apologies, mate, but that's how I see it. 28 goals he scored this campaign, so that's not worth sniffing at, is it? And they've only conceded 7 on that run recently. So they do let goals in, but obviously not to the extent they're scoring them. They beat Bristol City 1-0 in the 3rd round of the FA Cup in a tight match. It went to extra time, and they played them actually the following week and beat them 6-2 at the Cottage. So obviously more of a thrashing, less of a tight game. But that's how they got to round 4. And we like our records, don't we? No credit to Fulham. They've earned one on that little run as well. They became the first English team since Chester City. There we go, Chester City, not Manchester City. Became the first English team since Chester City in 1933 to score 6 times or more in 3 consecutive fixtures, because they won 7-0, 6-2 and 6-2. And I think they drew the next one 3-3. So there was 6 goals, but not obviously for them. Marco Silva doing a good job. He should be proud of the job he's done. He's doing very, very well. It's a good level for him after replacing Scott Parker last July, of course. He did have a torrid time at Everton, Marco Silva, didn't he? Perhaps that came a little bit too soon. Perhaps a little bit more experience down the line. He could perhaps go on to better things. But one thing is for sure, they do try to play football, and they're not particularly going to try and change for this match. They're not going to be as brave as, I'll use the word brave, I use it often, as they are in Championships games. But I think, why not? I think he'll have a go. I don't think with confidence they can keep that clean sheet as long and not give away penalties early doors. They've got a great chance. They can make mistakes at the back, of course they can. And I'm not 100% sure with Silva's recruits. He's got almost a full team. Yeah, I think there's only one guy sitting it out of them. I think he's got Kenny Teat, I think it's called, or Tate Teat. He's got a groin injury, but apart from that, he's got a full squad to pick from. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to rein it in just slightly, because if you do go toe to toe with City, it might get ugly. It might be pretty to watch, end to end stuff, but it could also get a little bit ugly, couldn't it? So I think it will rein it in slightly. And they do have a game. They do have a game on Tuesday night against Millwall. I mean, let's face it, the Championship, guys, for Fulham is the be all and end all. He's got to get promotion there. Basically, that's what he's been brought in to do. It's going very, very well at the moment, but they've got a game against Millwall, a tough game. Millwall is always a tough game the following Tuesday. So obviously these players will be champing at the bit to get to play in this game. But I think Marco Silva might rest 2 or 3. So I'm not 100% sure. But I don't think there'll be many changes to the team that drew with Blackpool last week in the Championship. But yeah, he's not going to be stupid. He's not going to be stupid about it. He'll have a go, but he's not going to risk too much, and he might bring players on and off and have some of the more inexperienced players on the bench and coming on if things, if City go 2 or 3 up, he's not going to be able to do anything stupid. But if he keeps it tight, who knows? There could be a surprise. You never know with City. There might become another Wigan, God forbid. But there you go, it might happen. So, yeah, I expect a good game. I expect Fulham and I expect Mr. Silva to be positive in this one. Pep's got no option, really, has he, guys? I mean, he's not going to play kids. There's no way he's going to put 3 or 4 kids in this team. He's not going to do a Wycombe Wanderers. He's not going to play loads of kids. Of course, he's not his sort of what he does for the FA Cup. Even when the squad's a little bit light, and as far as I know, everyone has come back. We obviously had Ederson and Jesus on Brazil duty, so they've flown back today or tomorrow as I'm recording this. And obviously, I found out Stefan last night when I was doing the other show. I found out Stefan, obviously, he's on USA duty, wasn't he? So, but there's no reason why they shouldn't be fit enough to play, come back and fit enough to play. They've obviously been training with the national teams. So we should have a more or less full squad to pick from. And Pep needs to get them back in the groove. We've got very big months ahead. February is a massive month. March is a massive month. They're all massive months now, guys. Obviously, we do have a bit of a cushion at the top of the Premier League, but that can all dwindle away. So Pep will want to get his players back in the groove, especially when you consider our last competitive games a very disappointing 1-1 draw with Southampton. So, and we've got a game next Wednesday, of course, against Brentford, where we don't, if we don't win that, then it'd be all panic stations. Let's be honest about it. We have to win that, and we have to be good enough. And surely we are good enough. So I don't expect many kids. I have took a chance on young Palmer, I'll tell you that now, but. Putting Palmer in leaves out people like Bernardo, who's been a crucial player. So, yeah, this is why there's a lot of question marks on this 11, guys. And as I said, I'll be very surprised if I get 5 or 6 right in this one, which, I always aim for 8, 9, 10, but I can't see it with this one. And, of course, Stefan and Ederson is a funny one, isn't it? As I say, they've both been away on international duty. Will Carson play? I very much doubt it. So it will be one of them two who probably comes back a bit lively when he sees them in training for a day or a day and a half before we play Fulham. So here we go. Big question marks, guys. Let me know your starting 11. This is my team with a fit squad. Many rested and many champing at the bit. I'll hope to bring players on and give them time in the legs as well, obviously, as I said, with the Brentford game coming up. So here we go. I've gone Ederson just from Stefan, although I think last night we did agree on Stefan, but I'll go Ederson. Walker, yeah, he's got to play Walker. Is he any option? Walker's going to miss 3 games in the Champions League, so Walker's going to be played till he drops, I think. Diaz. I put Stones in, but there may be something happening with Stones we're not sure of, and he may give Laporte a rest, or I can't see Ake playing in this one, but Diaz, Stones, Laporte, yeah, any 2 of those 3. But I put Stones in. Cancelo, of course, I can't see any change to that. I've put Ferner in, but Rodri might play again to get him back in the groove. Gundogan, he's got to play sometime. He's not been playing. Another player who has lacked game time. He's got to stick him in, surely, get him playing again. He's not been playing. We don't know why. A bit like Stones, he's sort of just on the fringes at the moment. KDB still needs time in his legs. He played his heart out against Southampton, but he's well rested. Nice holiday with his family, so he should be in. Palmer, I've put him in, but as I said, that's at the expense of someone like Bernardo. So who knows? Jesus and Mara. So that's the guys. Obviously, I've not mentioned Grealish there. I've not mentioned Sterling, who probably could play. I've not mentioned Zinchenko, Mr. Reliable, of course, Ake, Rodri as well. So, as I say, that's my 11 guys. But if you come up with an 11 that's about 3 or 4, 5 or 6 different to that, it wouldn't surprise me. I don't know what we're going to do, but let's see anyway. Let's see how close we are. Put plenty of question marks on that team sheet today. I thought The ones without a question mark, I think more or less nailed on. But let's see how I do with that as well. I'll have a look at that when the teams come out and we talk about it on Saturday night or Sunday morning. The quirky stats, only a couple this week. Well, 3. In the club's history, only against Watford and West Brom, that's 14 times, have City recorded a longer sequence of consecutive wins than our current 11-match winning run over Fulham, which began in 2012. So there you go, let's continue that one. Since Pep took charge, City have won 41 domestic cup matches across the League Cup and the FA Cup. That's 20 in the League Cup and 21 in the FA Cup. 4 more than the next side, which is Chelsea, on 37. Long may it continue. And the last little quirky stat, and if he plays tomorrow, which I've put him in my team, only Harry Kane with 11 has scored more FA Cup goals than Gabby Jesus since City's striker debut in the competition, who scored 10, so he's 1 down. 4 of which came in round 4 as well, so he likes to score in round 4 of the FA Cup, Mr. Jesus. So if he plays tomorrow, let's see if he gets one. There's every possibility, of course. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. Glad to get the previews back. I hope you enjoyed that. I seem to go well today, this one. And please tune in for the full match report, of course, with my player ratings and the Manchester Evening New player ratings. And leave your player ratings as well for the match report. And it should be Saturday evening. As I say, the game, I should be home by about 6 p.m. So fingers crossed, everything goes to plan, nothing happens untoward. Maybe about between 8 and 9, I should be able to get it out there. So before you go to bed anyway on Saturday, I'm off Sunday, so I'll have a chance to do that. And if something does happen, guys, at the very latest, it'll be out Sunday morning, the match report. And please don't forget to check out my other 2 little City Fulham features, the History Boys and the Odd Show. Please don't condone gambling. Please check that out. And look out as usual for everything I'm doing. I've just been working on a new thing for my History Boys feature, which is the Boys of 11-12. So there you go. That's a new one for the future to add to all the other things I do, which will be carrying on. And obviously, with a busy February, we're struggling to get some of them in, but I'll put the odd one in. I'll put the odd history thing in as well as the ones we do for the games we're playing. So please stick with me, guys. You know, I get plenty and try and get plenty of content. I love doing it for you, and I hope you enjoy watching it. Thanks for watching, guys. Whatever you're going to do rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More important, let's all look after each other. As we meet here again on the Citizen channel, I only ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.